Welcome. Let's begin. The Halloween House. It was a chilly Halloween night when my friends and I stumbled upon that house at the end of Larchwood Lane. The whole neighborhood was alive with kids in costumes, porch lights flickering, and carved pumpkins glowing with twisted grins. But this house stood apart, a looming shadow dripping in fake cobwebs, plastic skeletons, and eerie decorations that seemed a little too real.
Come on, it's just for fun.
James said, giving the old wooden gate a push. It creaked open like it was welcoming us to our doom. We hesitated for a moment, staring at the sign that read, "Enter if you dare." The decorations moved slightly in the breeze, but the way they moved didn't seem right. Buffy laughed nervously, her eyes darting around.
It's all fake, right? I mean, look at those skeletons. They're just plastic.
Her voice shook, betraying her brave face. I nodded, though I couldn't shake the feeling that the eyes of those skeletons were following us. We stepped onto the creaky porch, and that's when it happened. The scarecrow propped up, his eyes a hollow, empty gaze blinked. James jumped back, laughing,
Okay, that's gotta be motion sensor stuff.
but the scarecrow didn't stop moving. It turned step by step towards us. Dexter's voice broke the tension, calm and low. "Guys, I don't think that's a prop," he said, pointing to the scarecrow's hands. Human-like fingers curling and uncurling. The thing's draw-stuffed mouth stretched into a grotesque smile, and before any of us could react, it let out a raspy whisper. The skeletons hanging from the trees began to twitch, their joints creaking like old bones. One by one, they turned their heads towards us, their empty sockets filling with a soft red glow. The plastic ghosts that had seemed so harmless now floated off their strings, gliding towards us with lifeless wings.
We need to get out of here.
Buffy screamed, but the door behind us slammed shut on its own, trapping us inside. Shadows stretched across the walls like hands reaching out to grab us. The decorations weren't fake anymore. They were real, alive, twisted creatures of bone and cloth, laughing at our fear. In the corner of the room, a life-size vampire figure twitched, then blinked its bloodshot eyes. "Play with us," it said in a voice that sent chills down my spine. The laughter of trick-or-treaters outside faded, replaced by whispers that seemed to echo from the walls, calling our names one by one. I felt a hand grab my shoulder.
Run!
James shouted. We didn't look back as we tore through the house, dodging snarled figures that reached out with clawed hands. The once fake spiders on the wall, now crawling, their fangs dripping with something dark and wet. The hallway seemed to stretch forever, bending, twisting as if the house was alive. We finally burst through the back door, grasping with breath in the cool night air. As we looked back, the house stood silent and still, its decorations now looking like nothing more than cheap props. But we all knew better. Those hollow eyes, the twisted smiles, it was all real. It was all waiting for the next group of foolish souls to walk inside. The end.
Thank you for listening today. Stay safe out there.
Join us
In the next video.
and don't get too spooked.